The first sign of Jesus, the first public sign at Cana of Galilee, is reported only by St. John. But then he comes back to Cana, and we have this second public miracle reported by St. John, but which actually overlaps with what we find elsewhere. For instance, in St. Matthew, this centurion pleading for a favour. St. John goes very quickly into the hidden and mystical by reporting the event, historical event. For he goes on to say, and he himself believed, and all his household. And this high tone, this was now the second sign that Jesus did when he had come from Judea to Galilee. St. Matthew, reporting the same event, it would seem, has a historic detail which has actually had an impact on our liturgy. It's the prayer of that same centurion. We have it in our sacred liturgy, now in English restored to its original form. I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof. And the plea that one word will be enough to heal us. That prayer is a very good preparation if we calmly look at the sacred host and interiorize those words and say them with all humility and genuine sincerity. We can plead that the Lord will take away all unworthiness, all obstacle, all that might be in the way to his finding repose under our roof, in our soul. The simplified liturgy that has come out of the Second Vatican Council has the advantage of being less repetitive and more aerated pauses, which unfortunately are not always exploited. But if they are, these words, said once and not 6 times as they used to be, 3 for the priest and 3 for the people, can be said slowly, or actually in the new rite even sung, which is what I always do here normally when it's with people. And they are truly an immediate preparation. That was always there, of course, but we need to exploit what we have. Unfortunately, many a time we have carried on in the same mode of being somewhat hasty. The advantage of the simplified rite is that there is no excuse, there is no reason to hurry over these words. They are dense words, and said slowly and ponderately, they can be very deep and meaningful. And so it is that we gaze at the sacred host. Right now, in Ireland, it is not easy for people to receive that host, but there is an invitation to have the churches open and adoration available. Actually, right now, in our parish church up here, down the road, the church is open and adoration is going on. And people can, if they want to, have a very intense moment of gazing at that same host and inviting the Lord to come with the equivalent of his immediate grace, of which he's never short, and to compensate for what is not available sacramentally, spiritually. It can be a moment of genuine intimacy with Jesus Christ, and actually protected by a shield of even an hour's long silence, which might not be the case if we go to Holy Mass and meet people. much grace is lost in conversation. And so it is well to be aware the arm of the Lord has not been shortened, and there is plenty of grace in the air. The Lord never allows himself to be outdone in generosity, and we can be sure that if we prepare the terrain, in this case the roof, the habitation, the temple, the Lord will come with his grace and his Spirit. It is important at this time above all to be in a state of preparedness. Messages are starting to come in. Friends of friends are being contaminated by the virus. We do not know when it will be our turn, whether we will survive or not. We only have today. We have the Lord's grace, never changed, always available, and corresponding to our own availability to it. At least once in human history, we are brought to our nothingness, and maybe this prayer of genuine impetration and humility will move the heart of our God and also our own. We are too much in the habit of presuming upon our God. It is not enough to receive the sacraments. We need to correspond with their grace. Ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibi est, ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibi est.